And welcome to the second video in our series of 5 free tools for SEO and how they benefit your business. Today we're going to look at Google's Search Console. Brilliant information that Google will provide to you about the performance of your website, any issues that it finds, things like malware. Google will notify you if there's problems. So I'm logged into Search Console, and this is the overview screen where you get some graphs to have a look at, and we're going to go into each one. So the performance tab will give you overall stats based on clicks and impressions. But what I like to do is go in and look at specific pages. And now we're looking at just the home page. And how do I use this tool to improve our website traffic? So Google is telling me that for the search term births, deaths and marriages Scotland free search, we've appeared in a search 229 times, but we've only got 28 clicks. So I'm just going to copy this phrase and do a search and see where we sit in the rankings. I'll just move my head. I'm going to see where we sit in the rankings. So if I scroll down, we're here. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're position 5. So 229 times that search was typed in, but we got less than 30 people click through. So imagine if we were up here towards the top of the page. That's the sort of detail that Google will tell you how many impressions you got, so how many times you were listed in a search result and how many click-throughs that you got. So let's just have a look at a couple more. So Scottish BDM, that is basically our brand, and copy, open a new tab. And where do we sit for this one? So a third from the bottom. So position 8. Again, I put in a bit of effort and we get that, get the ranking higher for that keyword phrase, and we could get a lot more traffic. So a general rule of thumb that is if you're listed at number 1, you get about 35% of the traffic. So yeah, implement or using Search Console will give you insights to opportunities for growth of your website. So that's the performance tab. I'll come back to overview and we'll have a look at the coverage tab. This is really powerful because Google will give you information about errors or issues that you have on your website. So there's a couple of things that I want to point out here. They're telling us that we've got an issue, a server issue. So this is something that I need to look at. You know, there's not many places that will alert you to problems on your website. So, you know, fantastic information to know. You're better off to know that you've got a problem than be, you know, oblivious to it and have no idea of what's going on. This is an error that needs to be fixed. We've got no warnings and we've got 1,200 valid pages. Now, we've recently redesigned our site, so these exclusions, I know what they are. As long as you're aware and go, yep, that's fine, then all fine and dandy. Now, the other thing that I want to point out here is you can see we've got a couple of notifications in the timeline. So if I click on this, what's this about, late November? If I click on this, an event has occurred in Google search that might affect your results. So Google's telling you about changes that they've made that we need to be aware of to make sure that we don't suffer because of it. So if I just click see here, and it was an update to their mobile first indexing. So if you're not aware of the mobile first index, let me know, and it's something that I'll create content for. And the other one I've got, so that was there. And if I click on this one, so this is when they picked up the server issue about a week ago. So I need to get in and have a look and fix that. The other thing that they will warn you about is malware. And usually I've had it happen a few times on various sites. It's within a couple of hours that you'll get an email notification, and it will also come up in Search Console that your site's been affected by malware. They make you aware of it so you can get in and fix it as soon as possible. The URL inspection, you can just have a closer look at a page and make sure that Google can see it, and it's being indexed and crawled, which, yes, we are. So it's been submitted and it's being indexed. And this is the important one. You want to make sure that your page is mobile friendly. That can no longer be avoided or ignored. Next on the tabs down the left-hand side are sitemaps. So our sitemap is the URL /page-sitemap.xml. By listing your sitemap, you're giving Google a path to go through and ensure that all of your content is indexed. So it's a really good idea to list your sitemap. If you're a WordPress user, you'll have a couple of sitemaps. So there'll be a page sitemap, post sitemap. I think there's an image sitemap. And images are something that people often don't consider. That, have a think about how you use Google. Have you ever gone in and typed in something and clicked on images to see what's there? So image search is or can potentially be a viable search result for your business. And the next one is mobile visibility. So you need to make sure that your site's mobile friendly. But Google's warning us that we've got two errors. So an error is you need to fix this, as opposed to a warning that, hey, you should have a look at this. So we've got elements where the clickable element is too close together, which makes perfect sense on mobile, where it's all, touch with your finger. So there's two instances of that we need to look at. And we've got two instances where the content is wider than the screen. So great information to be aware of and go in and fix it. And lastly, I'm going to show you the links page. There's not a great deal that I do with this, but Google will tell you who links back to your page. And they don't report everyone, so just be aware of that. But you've got a list here, and you can see who has linked back to your page. So that's it for Search Console. Some brilliant information that Google will provide to you. There is absolutely zero cost to install this on your website. If you're looking for it, just go to the Google search bar and type in Search Console and enjoy. If you've got any questions, let me know, and we'll be back tomorrow with our next video.